Welcome back to What Arty Noobs for General Disturbance. This is an M44, the Tier 6 American SPG. This one's located on the south spawn of Mountain Pass and it's under the command of Ramakus. But unfortunately it's also a troll video. Yes, I'm afraid one member of the team who's in the view at this moment is actually a troll. It's the Leo Lambo Monitor. Well, battle started and both M44s are moving off towards the cliff edge and to the rocks there in the bushes. And well, the Hummel, the other Arty, he's going over into the other corner. Okay, now we've got standard replay faults whereby you can't actually see the your teammates whilst you're in Arty view. They are still appearing on the minimap, and I will bring the minimap up inside so you can see it. The Leo is still there actually, still at the spawn point, and Ramakus has started aiming and shooting at the enemy. If you can see on the minimap, you can see the Leo is still there, still hasn't moved at all, hasn't loaded into the game. Now the other M44 is actually behind us in the bushes, right next door to the cliff edge. There he is. Arty. Ramakus is continuing to shoot at the enemy. Another round's out, and looks like he may have stunned one of the enemy. And the Leo's started moving, so he actually has come loaded into the game. But instead of heading towards the enemy, he's headed towards the Arty. If you look at the minimap, you can see he's coming up close. He's almost alongside us now, and he's trying to push the other M44 over the cliff edge. Now, Ramakus actually sees this, and now you can actually see it for yourself. The Leo is pushing the M44 towards the cliff edge to try and push him over, and that would be team killing. The other M44 is trying to play the game, but Ramakus tries to stop the Leo from doing this by just pushing him out the way. He's obviously not trying to push the Leo over the cliff on purpose, but well, the Leo's intent on trying to kill that M44, and he's right up against the edge of the map now, and he won't leave the M44 alone. So Ramakus has decided that he has to try and stop that Leo somehow, and the best way to do that is actually to push him onto the ledge. There you go. Well, the Leo's now out the game because he's on the ledge. He can't play the game properly. Well, he wasn't playing the game properly anyway. And the M44 Arty is still continuing to fire at the enemy. Well, we're now following Ramakus again, but now we've gone to aim view so we can see exactly what he's shooting at. He fires around at a 45 TP, gets some damage, waiting for the reload to go through. Unfortunately, what they haven't noticed is that the ice road is completely empty. There's nobody guarding that side at all, and there are enemy tanks on their way through. And well, we bring down the minimap now to see. I'm afraid Ramakus has suddenly realised that, and he's taking up a defensive position. He was going to defend against the ice road, but he's now realised that he can probably get another couple of shots in these guys on the western pass. Fires at a P43 misses, and an enemy tank's turned up near our cap. T52. And I think Ramakus has noticed that as well, and he's trying to change position and move away. But he has been seen, and ooh, that was very painful. He has been wiped out by a KV-1S and a T52. Well, he's not very impressed about this because he's actually said something in chat. But yes, I'm afraid the enemy is now in possession of our cap area. But if you notice over in the corner there, Arty is still alive, but he's hiding. And of course the Leo, he's on the cliff ledge and he can't do anything at all because he's stuck there. But that's his own fault. If he hadn't tried to troll and push and team kill the M44, he wouldn't have been pushed over the edge of the cliff to stop him from doing it. And he's not dead, but he's just not taking part in the battle. That's his problem. So, the enemy hasn't made it into the cap, or hasn't started capping yet. Oh, now they have. It's the T-52. And it appears that he's unaware that there's an Arty behind him. I don't think they've spotted the Arty. There's a significant force of our tanks actually making their way up towards the enemy cap, but now that the enemy is capping over here, they've kind of stopped near the bowl, and it looks like they're considering coming back. T-52's doing circuits, and the reason he's probably doing circuits is he knows that there is an Arty on our team still alive. He just doesn't know where. And his sixth sense might have been going off repeatedly as he was doing circuits, or it may not have been going off at all, because if a Troyer can see him all the time, then his sixth sense would have gone off just once, and then that would have been it. Well, they've stopped capping, and our force appears to be making a move towards the enemy cap, but we just lost an OI. Down to just 6 tanks now on our team. Unfortunately, the enemy has 12. I should also point out that 2 of those 6 tanks are not actually taking part in the battle at the moment. A Troyer because he's hiding, and of course the Leo because he's over the cliff edge and he deserves to be there. I'll bring up the mini-map again so you can see exactly what's going on. Well, a Troyer started firing again, but somebody is in the cap. Now, the question is, did they see that outgoing shell or not? There's only 1 tank left out of that force that went north, the T-3485M. He just managed to kill a Super Hellcat, but I don't think he's going to survive for very much longer. Now, it might surprise you, but the vehicle that's capping at the moment is actually an Arty, the enemy Arty. They've driven all the way around the ice road and come all the way down to the cap. And they've just killed that T-3485M on our team, which means the Leo and the M44 are now the only Arty left in the game, or the only players on our team. And the AMX-13F3 has suddenly appeared, and he's trying to find a place that he can hide, or a place that he can fire back at our tanks, because he doesn't know where the M44 is. But the M44 is now moving into position. He just derped and shotgunned the AMX-13F3 out of existence, and I think he's earned himself a Defender medal in the process. But now the others know where he is, and they're going after him. Yep, they've just killed him, and now it's just the Leo that's left, and here we can pull back. We can see there's the Leo, and he's just over the cliff edge, and they're trying to push. The T-3485M is trying to push the wreck of the M44 onto the Leo to see if he can crush him. And one of their other teammates is now capping. No, they've given up the cap. They said they're going to try and crush him to death. They drop the wreck over the side of the cliff, and no, it doesn't work. And so the T-3485M's trying to see if he can crush into the Leo. He gets some damage and then shoots him. And the P-43 turret does the same. And both of them suffer some damage. So that's it. Game's over. So that was the end of the battle. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. Well, it Ramakus managed to get a bruiser medal out of that game. He managed to get at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 9, but he didn't get any other awards, and his win rate was very low, 253. But that's probably because he was trying to spend some of his time actually trying to save his teammate from being chucked over the cliff by a team killer. And there's the team killer, Lambo Monitor in the Leo. And although he fired 1 shot, he only earned 236 hit points of damage, and I think most of that was earned by the enemy actually crushing into him as they fell off the cliff. So he didn't actually earn any actual damage from shooting the enemy because he only got no penetrations whatsoever. Just 1 shot fired, 1 direct hit, and no penetrations. So I'm afraid Ramakus did his job to save Otroyo, the other Arty, who did manage to get a defender medal out of that one by resetting the AMX13 F3 and got a kill. But yes, I'm afraid it was a loss. But kudos to, or congratulations to Ramakus for actually successfully defending his fellow Arty from a troll, because Lambo Monitor was determined to throw that Arty over the edge of the cliff, and if he'd succeeded with that one, he probably would have gone for Ramakus next, more than likely, because by the time that had happened, the Hummel was already dead anyway. But it was a very, very nasty thing of Lambo Monitor to do, and it was a very good thing that Ramakus did, because although he didn't kill Lambo Monitor, which is a good thing, he did push him over the cliff, so because it's what he was intending to do to the M44, and by pushing him over the cliff, he saved the M44 and allowed him to continue in the game. So if you enjoyed this replay, please give this video a like and do subscribe to our channel, please, and thanks for watching.